Hello, everyone. This is Maria from mariascraftingcorner.com. Welcome to another card making video. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Brenda. I hope you are all doing great today. Um, so many news in the crafting world, and if you know close to my heart, which by the way I don't know them, it seems like they are going out of business. And our CEO Sarah kind of gave a really heartfelt you know talk today in their YouTube channel. So if you guys are interested to go and watch that, um, you can go and see it. Hey Joyce, how are you? Welcome. So that is out there. I really don't know the family. I don't know. Well, I guess in a way, a family. I don't know the company, but anyways, um, hey Miss Carrie, hello Adrian. I want to remind you guys that you have until the 10th of March to go ahead and subscribe to our paper pumpkin kit. This is part of the kit, and like I said, it is based on the meandering meadows. Very beautiful, guys. Don't hesitate to go and subscribe. You can subscribe under me. You can subscribe if you have your own demonstrator, but I really think that the paper pumpkin kits are amazing and that you will totally enjoy them. Also, I want to remind you that this is the free gift you'll get this month if you buy with me $50 before shipping and taxes. So that is like all the announcements I have. If I remember other stuff, guys, I will. Yes, Carrie is talking about close to my heart. It's very sad. I so this is I don't know them. Really, I have not heard from them, but it's very, very sad. Hello, Rochelle. Hello, Ida. And I think that they do kind of the same direct selling, like Stampin' Up. So, again, it's just very sad, right? Our world moves in ways that surprises every so often. So, my heart to them and to all the makers, I think is how they were called. And just praying for them, praying for the people in the company, praying for those that made their living through them. So anyways, I'm not very good with words, so let's not get all crazy here. um I wanted to say, guys, we are 2 days before celebration closes. And although we're not going to be using necessarily some of the celebration stuff, we're going to be using some of the add ons. And I just found out that they are super cool. Hi, Nicole. Welcome. Um, Match really well with the little latte sweet. And it was sheer luck. Let's be honest. Cheer luck. Okay, so let's go into the crafting table and get started. Okay, so this card, I don't know how it's called. It uses kind of a pull-up mechanism, although you'll see it's not the regular pull-up mechanism. Um, I let me put this way. Um, I, I know I shouldn't do this, but I like to be honest with you. I saw this card probably 3-4 weeks ago while browsing Facebook. And I don't usually browse Facebook and save things, but I saw it and I'm like, oh my God, I've never seen that, right? So I saved it. It was a video. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. And whoever was in my coloring group on Sunday knows about this. And so I didn't save it. Let's start with the basics. Good evening, Anne. How are you? Yes, yeah. So I started looking. I didn't save it. I was pretty bummed because I really liked the mechanism. And Maria B. Maria, she's like, how hard can this be? Right? I got this. It took me pretty much all Sunday working with it. And every time I make a new card, I change something. So I think we're going to be learning together today because I still made a couple of extra changes. I was telling my in a coloring group that I usually have two cards done on Saturday, and then Sunday is kind of just like maybe another card and fixing the stuff for Tuesday. And guys, it took me forever, and it's much simpler than so it's my version is much simpler. I think I don't know what that person's version looked like. So I wish I had an engineering background, because I probably would have taken me not 3 hours and a half or 4 hours, but probably like half hour. Um, but that didn't happen, and I have all my tryouts here because I really want you to have fun with me. Let me move that out of the way. So these are all my tryouts, guys. This is me trying to figure out how to make this card. No engineering here. But this is important, and I save them for one reason, mainly because I think sometimes people are like, "Oh my God, oh Judy, okay, is everybody hearing me?" Okay, Miss Judy is saying that. Oops, it's very that she doesn't have sound. If somebody can just give me a thumbs up, a heart, let me know that you can hear me well. That's odd. Um, but I really wanted to talk about that because I think sometimes when people see like interactive cards or fun folds or stuff like that, they get a little overwhelmed and they think, "Oh my God, this is so hard to do." And I have to say it's hard to come up with the idea, but you can all do it. And in the end, the most important piece will always be making your own template, right? That can guide you through things. So this is my final template with all the measurements and everything, which is my cheat sheet here. Okay, good. Miss Judy, I think that it's probably on your end, so you may want to like log in, log out, and log back in. That may assist you with that. Um, so yes, always try to do stuff, push yourself further, and create your own templates. In the end, it's just paper, right? I don't think that I'm dismissing the frustration we all feel when you made a mistake and you have to like start over. I know about that, but again, in the end, it's about learning and it's about having fun. We are going to be using today, yes, whoops, I just threw one of my stamping blends, guys. The Latte Love, the stamp set, and actually it's called a little latte suite. So we're going to be using the whole bundle. Great, Judy, thank you. Yes. Oh my God, no, Nicole, that sounds exhausting. Did you make that 50, 50 of them for swaps? Man, hello, Anita. Anyway, so this is the one we're going to be using. We are going to be using the paper, and I know I showed it to you, but I'm bringing it because I want to show you a couple things. We're going to be using briefly the rose gold specialty paper, but I want to bring to you, let me see, where are they? Maybe I have them. Okay. I know they're here, guys. So, okay. So I don't know who of you have checked the new add-ons from Celebration, right? And actually, it's the same one. And I out of I bought some extra stuff, and I didn't want to get like a lot of extra paper or the same paper or the same stamps, right? Which is why I really appreciate that Stampin' Up adds to the celebration, like basic stuff. Ooh, me too. And so they have in their celebration these two folders, and they're called Stripes and Splatters folder. And I'm going to show you, like, I know it's not the exact same thing, but these one, and I'll show you how it looks because we're going to use it today. This kind of like looks like that, right? I think it's similar or is the same idea, right? It's just splatter of stuff. And then this one, which are just stripes, really resembles this paper. So I thought that was pretty interesting. This was mere luck because I was not getting this. I did not get this. And I was very glad when I saw that they really kind of completed the sweet look. Miss Anne, I am so very sorry about your ER visit. I hope you're doing better today. We'll pray for you. So Miss Joyce says she loves the bundle. It is very, very beautiful. And Miss Nicole says that she took a small clutch purse that fit three Hershey kisses and made it smaller. Oh, that is super cool. Oh my God, Miss Anne, congratulations. That sounds amazing. Congratulations to your daughter. So good news. So I just wanted to share with you those two discoveries, I guess, if you want to. I'm just making space for my for my Mystic as will be using it later on. So this is one. The other thing that we're going to use, and I just want to show you right now so I don't have to bring it up when I have everything here because you guys know it gets messy. So the other thing we're going to be using is this die from Reach for the Stars. These two dies. These are supposedly the rings for the planets, right? Like Saturn does. But it happens to be that in Maria's world, this resembles a plate. I know. It's not a plate, but you'll see once you put it all together, I think it does a really decent job at looking like a plate. So, hey, you always have to look how to extend your purchase, right? So this is one of those. And I just wanted to show you real quick where I got it from before I move on here because I don't want to like mess stuff once we start working. We're going to need a card base that is 8.5 by 5.5, just a regular A2 card, score at 5.25. And we're going to need, and we're going to work with that right now, a piece that measures, and I can actually write in here because this is not the one we'll be doing. This measures maybe 5 by 6, and I know my 5s are not very good. So 5 by 6 inches. I'll show you later that you can make it a little longer if you want it. That will alter some of the measurements, but I think all in all it will not. So you can probably make it 5 by 7. Oh, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, it works really well for the cups. So I was very excited about that. So let's go ahead and start with these pieces. Right? We said 5 by 6. And so in the, guys, I have to look at this. Just kidding. Yeah. In the 5-inch, no, we'll start this way, sorry. So on the 6-inch side, we're going to go ahead and score at 1/2 inch. We're going to go ahead and move to 3 7/8. Okay. And we are going to score, I always say this, you know, it's calculated. I can't see. I will have to put like all my big head there to see. But we need to score to 1 1/4. And that 1 1/4 is somewhere around there where my daughter, I was reading where my finger is at. So I'm just going to score there, right? And then I'm going to move my scoring tool and we're going to go from the bottom to 3 3/4, okay? So more or less there. We're going to move to 4 1/4 and we are going to score again all the way through. And we're going to move to 4 3/8, sorry, and score again. I'll tell you a little bit about why I did that, and you'll see all that with my tryouts and all the reasoning behind it. Okay, now we're going to turn this on the 5-inch side, and we're going to align at 1 1/4. Remember that little score line we did? So what we're going to do is we're going to go and cut from the top all the way to, that will be the 3rd score line, okay? Or the score line that we did halfway through. Always make it slowly, doing nothing but cut too much. And now we are going to move to 3 3/4, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut all the way till that 3rd score line, or that score line that we just went that we did halfway. I don't know why I can't talk. Okay, so this is what you're going to end up with. Let me move this out of the way so you can see. So I'm going to write them here so you can see, but don't forget I got all of these measurements down in the PDF. So we'll score at 1/2 inch. This one was 3 7/8, so this score line, right? And then this one was, I'm going to put it here, 4 1/4, and this one's 4 3/8. Okay? That's what we did. Now, we cut, and I'm going to put them in here so you guys see it a little better, 1 1/4, and then we cut in here at 3 3/4. Now I'm going to bring my snips, guys, and we are going to cut these that 3rd score line, and then we're going to cut that other 3rd score line, and here we'll move to the rest of the other to my actual paper cardstock. So this is the basic mechanism, okay? Like I said, you can make this bigger, and I'll show you what I mean by that. And we can adjust the measurements a little bit, but this is the basic mechanism. So let's move to our card. Ta-da! Here it is. We're going to do the layers first, like very much like we've done with all interactive cards, I think. It's much better to just include layers initially. We are going to need for this card 3, and I have them here, but 3 pieces, and I'm using petal pink, but you're going to need 3 pieces of petal pink measuring 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and I'm going to bring that one here. So I have 3 here, but this is for the front, and then we're going to need 1 extra piece, or 1 layer that measures 4 by 5 1/4, right? Just our regular eighth decreasing measurements. I don't know how to say it, but we're decreasing in eighths. So there's that. Let me see if my glue wants to collaborate today. I am using this beautiful pattern because I think it just looks gorgeous. I know that this is Peck and Pie, but I keep liking how it looks against the early espresso. I was very, very tempted to use these more dazzle paper. This would have looked really, really beautiful. Unfortunately, I have just this piece, so I couldn't go and get crazy around that. So let's go ahead and add our measurements. If my glue wants to work, it looks like it did want it to work. So there's that. Maybe there's like a little pieces of glue in there. Okay, I'm just making sure here that everything is okay. Okay. So it looks like everything is going okay. Sometimes when you guys go silent, I just get scared because that's one of the first notifications that something's going on. Okay, this is just not wanting to collaborate with me. So I'm bringing one of my old pins. I need to figure out what's the width of this pin to buy more, because that I have two of them and they're both like cricket and like not looking good. Okay, we made it. Okay, it was just a little bit stuck. Okay, so this pattern does not have an up or down. No problem there, so it's a little bit easier. And I'm going to add this. So I do want to say, guys, that the card that I saw had a couple of things. Hey, Carol, how are you? And the one of them I incorporated. I did not decide to incorporate the second thing, which that makes me think that it was somebody that does a lot of kind of mini albums, because it's kind of what you'll see, kind of what it mini albums have, like lots of pockets and things like that. So again, putting this against our early espresso, and like I said, I really like these this color combination with the early espresso in the back. So I am bringing, I'm trying to see which one I want. So we may add this one later on. I have not decided my mind. So I did add some ribbon in the other cards. But I want it to be darker, because this is in the end the same. And although it will be noticeable, I think it may get yeah, I don't think I have any other ones. Sorry, guys. Oh, it may get, no, not that one. Sucked in by the, I like this one. What do you guys think? And I know this one has this, but I fear that it may be too thick. So let's see. Let me remove this one. So these will, I think it will look good. I think I prefer a darker color. So I'm like going to remove the petal pink one. There is this gorgeous, the full leather. I wish they used simple words. The only problem with this one is a little thicker, right? So, and then we have this. So we have 3 options, and we can choose from here. For some reason, I think the one that end up liking the most is this one. Thinking, guys, I'm thinking. Thank you, Nicole. Okay. I'm trying to think. I think I'm gonna stick with this one. Yes, I kind of agree. Thank you, Carrie. And I'm gonna tell you why. This one I probably like this one better, but the thickness of it is not going to work for me for these specific project. And this one, although I like very much, it has like that very vanilla, and I rather wanted to have white. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. So we're going to stick with this one, and we need to put this right now. So I'm going to go ahead and cut. This one is also very thick, but this is all going to be covered. So guys, you know me, I'm really pretty much eyeballing this. I'm bringing my tear and tape and eyeballing the middle of the front, right? And this is going to go in here. And I'm not concerned, because this part or the back of the front is going to have paper, and so I'm not really concerned about, you're going to see it, right? Like you're going to see this ends in here, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna, not with that. I tend to grab my pencil as my what's the name of that thing? That's my take your pick. That does not work as well. Okay, so this dotted one, which is made of like a thicker material, it's not a regular ribbon. It's part of the suite, and actually, I have to tell you guys, it does remind me a lot the actual bags where they put coffee, when they are going to or putting it away or exporting. And I know that because of Costa Rica. I told you guys Costa Rica like sells coffee, right? So okay, so that's what we got. And then we'll decorate this here in a minute. We don't need to decorate it now. So the next thing we're going to do is decorate this too. Hi, Kiwi. How are you? For these, I'm going to keep the same petal pink layers. But this one, see, I know I didn't do a very good job doing this one, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. But this is like that splatter. How's it called? Yeah, splatter embossing folder, and I'm going to put this one in here, okay? And then we are going to do, and I already did these because I want to save a little bit of time. So this is again 4 by 5 and a quarter. Well, actually 5 and a quarter by 4. And I had used the decal circles to create a window in the middle, and then I used the tailor-made tags. Yes, that's the one. The tailor-made tags to get that small little circle to just create an opening here so I can move whatever I'm going to be moving in here. Okay, so we're going to add these next. Now, I don't like to do this, guys, but you're all crafters and I know you know. So this is is it 1/4 of an inch? An 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, an 1/8 of an inch. This is an 1/8 of a 4th. I always forget an 1/8. Sorry, guys. This is an 1/8 of an inch piece, little tear and tape. And I got these 1/8 of an inch tear and tape from Stampin'Up in one of the paper pumpkin kits. So I actually have 2 of them. But, of course, some of you that do not do the paper pumpkin kit will not have this. I know that there are tons of them out there. This is, I forget, Sukwang. I don't know what's the name of this one. As you guys can tell, this has seen a lot of life. It's been here with me for a while because they send them in a bigger rolls. I've had this for a long time. There are probably 1,000, not maybe 1,000, but maybe 100 or 50 other options for you out there. I'm pretty sure Gina K has some of this. I'm pretty sure Scrapbook.com has another one. I got this one from Amazon because that's my favorite easy way to order certain things. So, and again, I probably ordered this like 5 years ago. It's just a width that I don't use often, so I have it here. So if in case you need it, don't worry, there's tons of them, and most of them probably have something similar. I'm going to bring these one here. Yeah, making sure I have the right side. I love that this is, again, smaller. We are going to put this right next to the edge. Okay, maybe I should do this differently. Yes, that dotted ribbon is very beautiful. You guys, I love how you have fun. I'm going to turn this around and put this closer to me. I don't know where I'm looking. I'm choosing to do this all the way far away, right? But we do need this to be right there at the edge of our card, of our, not card base, of our piece of DSP. And same here, or our panel. And this is so we can, because it looks really cool, I have to say, we can have a piece of an insert that's going to go, that that we're going to do like this, and then somebody can write here, and then you have an area in the back to write. And I like very much that idea. And this did It was part of that video I saw. So I did add that. I mean, include that, not only the mechanism. That's not a very complicated thing. The mechanism sure was, guys. I have to tell you. Okay, so now we're going to just come and add our piece in here. This, in case you know, this paper does not have really a direction because hearts go both ways. So that makes it easier for those of us that like to make that mistake every so often. And now we're going to add this to, okay guys, I have a lot of things in here, to our card base as well. And I'm going to bring my glue. I was practicing this, weekend. And guys, I have lost the ability to use the tear and tape for whatever reason, because I've been using glue so much that I'm used for it to just like the ability to move, the wiggle room. And I find that kind of funny, but also annoying. Okay, I'm going to hold this for a second just because that ribbon is a little bit too thick or thicker. And so I'm going to leave that there for 1 second. And the glue, no, it seems like it decided to collaborate again. Now the next or the last piece of petal pink will be, oh gosh, in heavens. Okay, bringing another one. I'm not sure what's happening with this kiddo today. It's like it has something that gets stuck in it. I don't know. So this is the last piece of petal pink that is a layer, and it's just not working. Okay, there was, see? It had like a big cloth there. Oh, that's fine. Okay, here we go. And we're going to add this to our last panel in here. So these, so far, you're all with me? Oh, Kiwi, you and I are on the same boat, so don't even worry. Okay, so now we're going to bring and decorate our piece that we have already scored and cut, just like I did with that template. I'm going to bring my bone folder, and we're going to go ahead and crease these folds. So this is the one that's 4 1/4, and this is the one that is 4 3/8. You may not need the one 4 3/8. The truth is, I do it because I tend to put a lot of stuff in a lot of layers in cards, and so they get thick. And I will show you that it needed like some extra, some extra room here to fold well. But you may not need that. And I'm going to start decorating this. So for this piece, we also have another piece of petal pink. So I kept petal pink as my layer all the card through. This piece measures, I have it here, don't worry guys. Measures 4 7/8 by 3 3/8. Oh, this inner piece, Kiwi, is the mechanism for, I don't know how to call it. If I were to call it, I would call it push to open mechanism. It is based on the pull tab mechanism, but instead of pulling, you're kind of pushing. And yeah, that's what we'll be doing. And I'm using these coffee splatters because it makes a lot of sense with the rest of the card. You'll see when we fill it out. So that is our first piece. And technically, you'll see here that in a second, but these will be the front. So this will go adhere to the card, but this is how it should go. Yes, Kiwi. I know. People have a hard time believing that. Now I have two pieces. They measure 2 by 2 3/8, and I'm going to put them here. And yes, you notice that I am covering that. Those extra score lines that we did. I I am doing this because in the yes, because in my one of you'll see in my prototypes, I was really struggling to get the mechanism to work because of the layers, and so I am just keeping one layer, but I am putting it all the way here. When this card opens, we'll have another layer, another part of the not mechanism, but of the card that goes on top of this, and so these will slide through easily. Knock, knock, I hope. Let me see. And I think so this is, I think I want this one in here. So I'm going to use this designer series paper or this side. And we're going to put this in here. And again, it goes all over on top. Hopefully it works. The last one I did, it worked best dish. And then, wait. Yeah. And then this one is going to go here in the back. And because this is designer series paper and it is this is thinner, I think it helps for it to really move smoother. Oh, and I love the minute I saw this paper, i just I just loved it, right? First of all, it's coffee, so let's start with that. Okay, so yes, this is going to be tight a little bit, and I'm going to let these rest for a minute so it's completely glued and dry. I'm going all out. Thank you, Miss Judy, saying I'm going all out because it has layers and rose gold. It has just a little bit of rose gold. I was thinking of doing it like these layers, but then I thought it was too much. Okay, so now we're bringing this up. Seems like I'm too close. Let me see 1 second, guys. I'm going to move it. That was too much. I'm going to move a little bit there so you guys can see the whole card. So I am going to center this piece within our card base, right? So let's see. Bring in my turn tape. So making sure that it is, same size on this, on the vertical side. The horizontal side, I don't care. So I'm doing that. And now, just like we've done many times before, guys, I am aligning next to the score line, but not on the score line, because otherwise this will not move correctly. I'm going to leave that there. Hopefully it won't move. It did move a tiny bit. There it goes. But now I'm going to add some turn tape. And, well, that kind of tears something there a little bit. Tear and tape. Oh, Kiwi, you and I, thank you, Kiwi. That was so kind. Yes, I am a coffee. No, you know what? I don't know if snob is the right word. I'm definitely a coffee drinker. And I like my coffee just, specific ways. I am not very picky about my coffee. It has to be black and strong. I don't like weak coffee. That was not made for me. Okay, checking on the time, guys, because I talk too much. Trying to get focus here. Can you believe that? Okay, this move a tiny bit. Sorry if my head is there. I'm making sure that this is not. It's a little bit harder to make sure that it's not right there. Just because it's the same color, I guess I need some like a checkout on my glasses, guys, because I can tell you that I am completely, that sometimes I was like, where is it? I can't see it right. It's kind of funny. And all we need to do now, not that, all we need to do now is just close. Okay. And once we close, we have part of that mechanism. So these now is up here connected to the other, exactly to the other, Kiwi, connected to the top, right? And we're going to leave this for 1 minute while all of this dries. Now we're going to have to work on another piece that goes here. We're going to add those layers. So these piece measures 5.5 by 2.5. It's a pretty simple measure. So this one is just another eighth smaller. If this glue dries again, I'm going to give up a new glue. And of course, it not only it does not dry, it just drops a big blob in here. Uh, I would say I'm not a I like what I like, and yeah, I like I'm not even good trying new coffees. I'm a little spoiled. Every time we go to Costa Rica, I bring like this shipment of coffee. I don't know, probably what 15, 16 um pounds, not pounds, kilos of coffee. And so yeah, I just drink that coffee, and then when my mom comes here, she brings the coffee. I'm a little spoiled, I have to say, and I'm okay being spoiled, guys. I'm okay. So for this side, I have for this one, and I'm gonna bring this now. Um, this is gonna go on top of here. So I had initially thought, oh, I liked the idea of these piece that it just had the little cups in there, and we can put it in here. And I just went with the blending brush with a little bit of petal green, petal pink. But then, of course, because why not? I saw these other um, option, and then I figured that we can bring some of those. So these are cutouts from the paper, not that paper. Is this actually this paper? And it has the dies brings cut these. I just cut them by hand because So I was thinking this may be just a really fun add-on that will bring some extra life to the card, and I'm thinking I'm sticking with this. And I don't even know what I want this, guys, but somewhere along those lines. So before we move in here, I'm going to add our cups. Oh, Kiwi, yes, I have to tell you, I'm pretty spoiled when it comes to that. Oh, see, I have never been able to like tea. Like tea. Like I like it, but it's not like, oh my god, I can't live without tea. Miss Anne, you are lost, so you will have to watch the replay, or you have my messenger. You can always send me a message through messenger, and I will totally answer your questions. But I know you know that because you and I communicate through messenger very often. So I don't know, that seems to like right. I'm gonna put this one like that. Maybe like there. There. What you guys think? Oh, yes. I hear you. My husband is the one that makes coffee every morning, and I can't thank him enough for doing that every morning. And that one I'm going to leave there in the middle. Yes, I agree, Miss Judy. Okay, so now we're going to turn these, and we're going to cut the extras. And you guys know I'm not a good cutter, but hey, that's what it is. And then we're going to cut this one extra too. And I'll tell you here in a minute. I thought, well, why am I making all this if the paper already has, like those random patterns? But I didn't want it to be dark because we have dark and dark, right? So let me put this in here. See, like, I think that these being white gives it a big, like, a contrast. If I kept it in brown, I think it just took away the contrast, which is why I figured I would just get this one like that, and I want that heart looking up. So now we're going to add this layer. So, Miss Anne, let me ask any questions, please, please, please. That's why we do the live, so you can ask any questions. Okay, now we're gonna get in the backing here. We're gonna bring that friend, which I lost already. Oh no, he's here. With our eighth of tear and tape, and we're going to add this also all the way to the edge. If you're very good with glue, you can use glue. So here's my thing, guys. I have to be completely honest with you. For whatever reason, whenever I use glue and I'm trying to do these things, the glue like expands, and then my mechanism doesn't work well. So I figured I need to use something that really works well for me, and this is this tear and tape. You can totally try. Okay, Miss Anne, you can totally try the glue. Oh my god, really, Carrie? That is so funny. um okay, so now we're going to add this in here. I'm going to move this up here so you guys can see, and I'm going to, since this measures 5.5, right, we are going to align this there in the corner, because it has to go, it has the same width as the card, right? So I'm making sure, sorry guys, that this is totally aligned there, and this one is totally aligned there. Okay, and then we got it. Now I'm gonna give this a good push because it needs it. And this is how the mechanism looks like. Okay, so remember what we were talking? So this one goes like this. It's gonna go under here like that, and then you open and you push. Now I have to tell you guys, there, it pushed and it opened. Yeah, there it goes. I am so excited about this. I cannot even tell you. Okay, so I'm kind of like working with this in the paper. It tends to wrinkle and it is fine. And this is what I was telling you guys, that why it needs that 1/8 of an inch. And this is how this looks. So two super cool things is that when you open this, and I'm going to open it this way, you can put pop-up things in here, which is what we're going to do. And then we'll have a little message in here, which is where, whoops, not like that really, but where you can put all your message, or we're going to put an insert in here where you're going to put all your message. Now, the lady that I saw it from, I'm pretty sure she was doing a 6x6, and she had like an extra decoration here in a little pocket, which is very useful. But I was thinking, you can totally, if you want to put a gift card, put it in the backing here, and put it underneath there. So I don't see the reason for a pocket. Now, again, this lady is definitely from like the mini album or album creating world, because she had like little tags and all that stuff, right? So we're nowhere near there. So I have to speed this up. I'm bringing my Misty, guys. Sorry about the glare. And I am bringing this in here because is this the one? I think this is the one. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So I can calculate more or less where I want to put my greetings, right? So let's go back to a little latte. This has two things that I really like. The Hello There, Let's Catch Up is one of my favorites. And I am going to put this one some meat here in the middle. I know it's rather small, but we're going to put some extra stamps in here, which is why we brought our Misty. So let's go ahead and put I have two. This is the one that actually comes with the Misty. I just have another one. Because, and it does love to do that. This one is very strong, so we'll put it towards the end. That is kind of like in the middle, right? So let's go ahead and bring this one some me. And it's super, super tiny. So I'm going to put it here at the top. And I'm going to bring this. You know, now that I think about it, I think I want some of this splatter. I'm just thinking. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Nope. I think I want this one. And we're going to put one in there. And maybe some of the beans that work too. Those are options. Okay, I just want them there so I know where my stuff is going to. And actually, sorry guys, that goes there. I'm bringing the whole cup. And I put this in here like that. Okay, now we can remove this because I have an idea of where my stuff is going. And I'm going to put this in here. And this like there. And we're going to stamp now, just like that. Okay, now I bring my other piece in here so it holds. Oh, really? I have not seen the famous glue press. I heard about it, but I have not used it. So I'm going to bring, you guys see that this moves a tiny bit. I'm going to move my, because my stamps, let me move this up higher. My stamps are brand new, right? So they are very sticky. So all these I am going to do Pack and Pie. Nope, I just decided I'm going to do early espresso. Just kidding, guys. And, no, I don't. Look, I almost made this huge mistake. That's not early espresso, guys. So, let's do this differently. I'm going to bring the Calypso Coral, which is a little darker than our Petal Pink, but the other mug we had some Calypso Coral. And I'm going to stamp these two, so these sentiment and the cup with Calypso Coral. I am not super concerned about the coffee beans because you figured that out. Those are going to go in early espresso and they'll be fine. I have one of these, very professional things, but they work like a charm. And now I'm going to bring my cleaner, not my cleaner, my little thingy. I'm going to remove the stamps because we don't need them anymore. So these go out of the way. And now we're going to bring these, this friend that's going to go in here, okay? And that's why I use my Misty, guys, because this double stamping, in spite of how much I like it, I'm just not good with it. And now I'm going to bring my early espresso. Wait, I guess we need to do this. Nothing has moved, hopefully. That just moved, thank you, my thingy. So hopefully that does not ruin our... Let me see, this was stuck there. So hopefully that did not ruin it. And we're going to go and bring our early espresso and we're going to get this all inked up. The glue thingy cost $70, guys. I definitely missed that one. That sounds like a lot. Does somebody knows how much it cost in here? Okay, and we're bringing these, and it, I like it with that. That one does look funny. For a glue dispenser. Okay. Who has the glue dispenser and can't tell me about it? I guess what I'm asking is it totally worth it? I brought Sahara Sand, guys. I'm going to bring pecan pie and we're going to use this. So we have kind of a mix of colors in there, right? I like that idea. I need somebody to tell me if it's really, really worth it, guys. And here we go. And now we have like a different color, two different colors in it. So let me show you guys. First of all, let me clean this because this is right there waiting to be messy. And I don't like that. So this is, so let me show you how cool that looks. Can you see? Yeah, you can see. So there's some lighter areas and some darker areas. Nothing new, but it really looks cool. I'm going to bring my very well loved cleaner here and put this out of the way because that's all I needed it for. And so this is going to go in here. So again, you will be able to write in the back and whoops, and then we'll have something fun here in looking out that fun window. Okay, so that's our first decoration. Now I'm gonna go back to the outside, and like I told you earlier, I just embossed some vellum in here. We're going to put this one in here, and now it's time to have fun. Okay, here's my little plate with all the goodies. I have another, these are both deco rectangles, and one is going to go on top of the other, and this one is going to go underneath in here. So my thought here is that I'm going to put this towards the top, so this is not super super long, right, to go inside. Oh, well, I have not seen the glue press. I think I guess it's one of those things I'm like, not yet. I'm not going to spend on that. Okay, and here is our plate. um, this is actually a leftover. It should have been in brown, but I was a little lazy and busy. And I used, oh my gosh, let me see. This was gray slate. Yeah, it was a leftover from yesterday's. From my yesterday's card that I was working on. And I just obviously die cut this. I added this with a piece of like tape, nothing more. And I did color this with both stamping blends and our pencils. So I use crumb cake because this is mostly crumb cake. I didn't use for whatever reason, I did use pecan pie. That's interesting. And then with the early espresso and the calypso coral pencils, I went around. What is this? Oh, these are these are the rings from Reach to a Star. So this is our plate, Kiwi. This is our plate, guys. Okay, so this is going to be our plate. I'm going to start working on this one first. And I'm going to add this layer right now to our vellum. Okay, let me see if I'm using the right side. I think this is the right side, guys. Okay. And of course I had a lot of fun, guys. Coloring because hello, right? It's me. So I decided that these are the two mugs that are going to go in the front. Okay, so this is all crumb cake and this is petal pink. With some, both of them have a little bit of accent with pencils. So my thought is we'll bring our plate here. We'll bring our two mugs, and I am trying to figure out how to do, I like it like that, how to do the backward stamping, how it's called. I have not figured it out, guys. So eventually I will get there. And I did color one of the spoons, and I love how that came around. It looks really realistic. And so I'm going to put one in there. Whoops, one in there. Okay, very simple front because we're going to, yes, I know. I hear you, Kiwi. we're going to put like more emphasis on the on the inside. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue our plate. Maybe. And center this within our, and I'm going to bring, I use this heart from the punch from the Be Mine punch, the Bee Builder. I've been using that punch a whole lot as my hearts. They are very simple to use that way, and I really like them. Okay, I don't know why I'm like moving this. I'm moving this a tiny bit out here and this one out there. Okay. And now we're bringing them both in here, just like that. And bring the glue. I mean the glue, the spoon, and the glue, I guess. And we're going to put the spoon right next to it, just like that. So there's our little front, which I just feel that is so funny. So we're going to remember, we're going to put these towards the top, so these close as well. And I'm bringing dimensionals to put all around here, except probably the last ½ inch. Oh my God, what are you talking about? Let me make sure I'm doing this right. So of course I'm using the white area to put, actually, I just thought of something, and you guys know that I think of things like later on and then realize that I should have done that because it's probably going to look a little better. Oh, thank you, Miss Judy. I'm so glad that you guys like it. So I'm actually going to come and cut this piece. You guys know how I love doing that. Let me see. Maybe. I really love doing that. Seems like I've never done it since everything's getting stuck to me and stuck in there. And for real, Maria? But I think that that will make it stable, like the whole row, the whole line. See, and it fits like really, really well. So I'm going to leave that there. I just like it better that way. And we're going to do this with the sides as well. So I cut that in half, and I'm going to add this in here. Actually, this way. Sorry, guys. Yes, you're seeing what I'm doing, because sometimes I get really distracted and don't see that you're not seeing. And I know I said about ½ inch, so I'm going to bring a couple inside so it does not bend, and I'll put the leftover like in here, and that will be enough for these two to work like a closure. Oh, so I'm gonna say two things. So Anne is saying something that's interesting, and it is that she has like a hard time opening the blenders, and that is a true statement, I think, for everybody. Anne, I honestly, when I am coloring, I tend to leave them open, like especially if I'm coloring long or bigger images or for a long time. I do leave them open, and then I just have to open them once. I know that's not exactly the idea, but at least it stops you from having to open and closing and open and closing. Okay, so again, I'm moving these towards, so I'm going to close this. Sorry, I'm off camera there. I'm going to close this and kind of use that as a guide of where I need to put this. So what's going to happen is this is going to hold this, but we can open and bring this out. And that was probably, yeah, I'm going to have to undo this, guys. Wish me luck. I'm glad I didn't press, but I think that because it has so many dimensionals, I should have put it a little higher. Okay. Okay, guys, that did work. Okay, a little higher so it's not hard to open and close. So right there, I think just about a 16th of an inch from the second layer. And I think that will probably work well. And if it doesn't work, I mean, the reality is you can cut it, right? Um, no, it works well. It's harder to put back, but it does open well. So let's see. Yeah, I think we'll have to cut that a tiny bit later on. We can decide that because I want to focus on the rest of the card because there's a lot still going on. So I'm going to bring all the little thingies I have here because, of course, I had quite some fun doing some cutting and decorating, and this is amazing. And this is where I use the rose gold because it just matches so well the rest of the paper, right? And I used some of the acetate. You guys know me very well. I use the back of the stamps all the time. And let me bring back, we are going to need at least two pieces. These are 3/4. This one is by 2 and this is by 2.5. And we'll use this one. Exactly, Miss Judy. So let's go ahead and build this. I'm bringing the rest of the stuff I have here. There we go. I think we're good. So this is very beautiful. This cuts exactly right to form your French press. And so I'm glad you're liking it, Kiwi. And so we're going to glue this in here. If you don't want to put a whole lot of glue, you can totally play with this. I have not really played much with it, but I'm going to try to glue it and hope for the best. That is my goal today. Hope for the best. Oh, I use a Costa Rican method, Miss Kiwi. I will have to show you somewhere different because it's a, how you call this? I don't know. It's an old way to make coffee. So I'm making sure that I have everything ready here for it to fit, because we don't want to have what I'm doing right now, because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing really well. We don't want that much glue looking around. And I know the tumble dries glue and, but I'm going to bring, actually I want to bring my beautiful and exciting and gorgeous stain thing, and we're going to use that to clean the glue. And now I did the dies also bring a piece of, what will be the coffee. And so we're going to glue this in here. Okay. And I colored this. This was actually crumb cake. And I did color this too. So we're going to put this back in here. Okay. I have something there. And I'm sorry, guys, this is taking a little longer. I should have cut more things. I always say that. Should have cut more things. And let's go ahead and bring this. So these fits very well there within that. And okay, that is looking fairly okay. Kiwi, I sure hope so. So Kiwi's asking if the glue will stick to it, and I am just like, I sure hope so. So this is going to go in here. We have our first one, and then we have the next one, which is the coffee maker. And oh, guys, I have to tell you this, even if, so I kept like thinking why this is not working well. This is not working well because it's backwards. This goes like this. And I was having such a struggle to figuring this out. I'm just saying. Things like that happen to me all the time. Yes and no. And I'll tell you, so I'm adding this. Miss Ann is saying that it may need instructions of how to open. The good news is we just have that stamp set that actually has a pull, or right. But I think that once, let me put this back in here. Once you receive these, I think you see that you need to open this way. Maybe I'm asking too much. I don't know. I just think that if you put this, like, people will know that this, since it's a different color and everything, that this is kind of a flap. Or I am hoping they will think that is of a flap. And then we're going to bring our top in here. And I have to tell you guys, I really, really adore these set. Absolutely. Like I've said many times, guys, I just feel that Stampin' Up is so, what's the word? So, not sure what the word would be. Willing to generous, I guess is what I'm thinking of. With the, okay, I'm doing this wrong. With their dies. Sorry. Okay, I got distracted because I was trying to figure out how am I going to get this in here. And so my thought is I'm going to add this cup in here. So we'll put a glue dot there. That's how I solve my problems. You guys know me fairly well. So I'm going to put a glue dot there in the corner. And we'll accompany this with that. And this is going to go glued to something else, so it's going to solve that. So I guess you have to think well when you're designing your card, if you're going to use acetate and what you're going to use to glue it. That will do too. I agree. And so I have, I have these glue. This one is going to go right next to it, and that will do. I don't dwell on certain things. Okay, so I'm going to put this one in here, and we're going to let this dry for a minute or two. I have a few other mugs in here. Guys, you guys can tell I have a lot of fun coloring. Maybe far too much. I'm going to come back opening here. Okay. So, I am going to... So this is, again, a piece of 3/4 by 2.5, and it's scored at half. I scored this way, actually. It's scored at half, 1, 2, and half, right? It doesn't really matter which side. I just remember those measurements better. And we're going to fold these mountain. Okay. This is going to go in one corner, and I'm going to bring our tear and tape. And you guys know that I do this all the time, and as I use double tear and tape. If you have glue dots, use your glue dots, guys. I just have the paper pumpkin kit glue dots, and I don't know, I rarely ever use glue dots anyways. Like it's not have been something that I used all the time, but okay. So this is going to go against these our back, and all I did, guys, no, it's not a percolator, Judy. Okay, so I am aligning this edge towards the edge in here, so where we glue that, right? Not inside, outside. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue it. Like, I am not thinking this through a whole lot. And now I'm going to bring, again, some extra tear and tape. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's so late. No, so in Costa Rica, you use, well, not everybody, but a while ago, a long time ago, before coffee makers and all that good stuff, it's like a stand with a bag made of cloth. I want to say made of like cotton, and then you put the coffee in the bag. Looks like a sock. And then you pour the water on it. I know. And I still use that. And now all I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to fold this, right? This needs to go in here. So I'm going to fold this a little bit like that. And you're not seeing. I'm just folding it within it because it has a different measurement. It's a little harder. Let me see, guys. I remember. Thank you, Kiwi. So I'm going to fold this like this and just fold back. I don't know why I was getting all like confused in here. And now we have our little first pop-up, and now I'm going to bring the other one again. So we finish with that piece. Guys, much bigger. It's probably like 8 inches long, I want to say, or less. And it probably is, you know, I am really bad with inches, guys. So it's probably, so it's rounded. Just imagine a rounded thing. This is probably how round it has like a wired, and then the cotton, like the cotton bag, again, it looks like a sock. And so you put this and it's hold in that container, not container, like stand. Yeah. So anyways, it's the old way, and that's how I like it, guys. And my husband got used to it, so thankfully he got used to that. So we're going to do the same thing on this end here. We're going to adhere this one, extend it against the edge, as you're seeing, against that edge right there, not inside. And then there we go. And now we're going to put some extra in here, and we'll close. And I'm just going to put one, and hopefully that'll do, guys. It does not need steeping. You just like let the water through, and you know, I don't do it fast, otherwise the coffee would not have enough time to really, I don't know what the word is, but there we go. So we have 2. You can put more of these. I'm just going to have 2 today. I'm going to bring one of these. I'm going to bring this one. And that's what I was telling you, that I was not too concerned about this, because these is going to go against this. So it's going to be hold against it. And I may have gotten too many things, which always happens, guys. It's nothing new. You guys know I always like cut and cut and cut, and then so these has to go at the top in here, I mean aligned with this, and I have to be mindful of this, so I have to move this inside. Okay, so this is going to be there, so when you open you get that pop-up there. And then are going to bring our other piece, right? This needs to go higher up because we have to respect those legs. And I'm actually going to put then the glue in here, like on the top. I was going to do the back, but it's fine. Oh, much higher. You see that? It needs to go all the way. So the legs need to go to be aligned with the bottom. Otherwise, they're going to like be against each other. And that's what we get. And I'm going to bring the other little cup that I have here, and I'm going to attach it to this. And yes, it's backwards, so it's fine, guys. I could not find the other die. Thankfully, it appeared at some point, and I'm going to bring this one here. I'm going to leave it this way, actually, because I don't like it. Around there. And I'm going to bring some of those like coffee beans, and I'm going to put them around here just because it's fun. And I'm not going to use any of these, I don't think, because it's just too big, right? I think it's too big. It's like completely out of size. And I'm gonna bring some of the other beans and got them in here. And I got some more beans. So we're gonna put this one in here. I do have one of those hearts that I really like. And I'm not going to put it anywhere because it's going to stick there. I have the spoon. Let's use the spoon. I'm going to put the spoon like right next to here. So I'm mainly going to glue it on the, there. Like we made it, guys. We made it. This is, sorry. Oh, there's a mistake. I didn't calculate that. So I'm fine with that. Whoever I send this to will be fine, but that means don't forget to calculate how tall this is. I think this is super cute, so I'm completely happy with how that looks. So again, we'll put this one in here. And we'll open. Now let me bring some of this cord just because I absolutely love this, guys. There's no other way to put this. I think I'm going to go with the brown, maybe. And I'm just going to, I don't even think it needs it. I'll think about it, guys. I don't think it needs it, actually. Yeah, somebody was having some fun coloring here today, guys. As you guys can tell. It was too much. But I think, again, this will open. And if you open it like this, it will open, right? But the whole goal is that, or the whole idea is that you can actually push to open. And I have to hold it like this, but it does push and open. Guys, I managed to create the card that I saw, and I feel very excited about it. Thank you, Connie. So I'm going to close that there, and I'm going to bring the others, and I'm going to give you a whole explanation in the 5 minutes. So let me see. This is the first one I did, which, by the way, didn't work. It just opened like a little pop-up, and I had to leave it like that, and that's it. This was my first failed attempt. This is where I figured that because I do things with too many layers, see how it's like coming apart? I needed to make this a little thicker, or have like a area so it grows, so you can fold and you can put stuff in it and it won't. But it's cute, right? Not working. And then the second one was this one, which, by the way, is one of my favorites. I love, love, love this design. This one just opened. So this is the thing. It's open. Like you can tell, I had already figured out I need to make that 1/8 of an inch there. But I messed this up, and I don't know if you can tell. Yes, you can tell. I had to torn something, and I didn't want, like, everything was already ready. So I added an extra layer of actual cardstock in here to cover my huge mistake. And so, of course, now this one does not open fluidly. But, right, it does open, and eventually, and there is what you will get into, which I think it's super, super cute. On its own, right? Like, even if it's not perfectly working perfectly, I think it's super, super cute. This one actually has a magnet that I put in here, so it would hold, so it stays close. The third one I made was for those of us that were in our in our coloring group. So we did color these friends on Sunday, and so I needed to make a card with them. And so this one is just using that Traditions of St. Nick paper. See what I'm saying? Like, I made this one much smaller, right? And I just adjusted that. And this is how the inside would look. I did some of that glossy accent in here. And then these I used, I know it's retired. I don't think we have them anymore. There's no full accents. I still have some of it. So this just looks really, really cute. And this is in the back. And I just, colored this friend and fussy cut them all. And did colored that tree. Just a lot of fun. The last one. Thank you, Dev. The last one, guys. I know. I got really excited. I really liked it. Is this one, and this is using the Thoughtful Expressions paper. Oh my God, the dies, but we're using the Softly Sophisticated from the Celebration. And this one, actually, I got a little too creative, and I was not, oh, I forgot to show you this, I guess. I'm sorry. So here, right, when you open this, you can remove this too. So that one goes there. And then again, you have a part in the back to write. And the same in here. You're able to move this one. Oh no, this one I did not. I forgot that was part of my plan. So that happens so often in my world, right? And so we open this one. Let me move this, and it just opens to some flowers using just the paper, and it's like Boho Blue, Lost Lagoon, and Smoky Slate. And then this one does open again. And I just used that embossing folder because I really like it. And again, you're able to write in the back a message or put a gift card or whatever, right? So this is when I realized that these needed to be only covered by DSP because the cardstock is too thick. So that's what's creating a little bit of the thickness in here. I did make another mistake that you will not be able to see, but I was scoring. So when I was doing this, I did score here so you guys can see. I just went, there at the 3 7/8 and I scored all the way because I'm like, nobody's going to see it. But it does affect when you want to push because it's scored. And so it tries to fold. So this is the first card that actually works. Works, guys. There's that, all this knowledge. So even here, this one works a little bit better, but it did have some of that other point I want to make. Sorry, guys. One of the reasons why I wanted these to be thicker is because when you do this one, you can see that it's folding, so it's not doing so well, right? So it works perfectly okay to do it this way, right? But you were not able to push to open. And so this one, again, it does not work because I scored that, so don't score. And this is the one that works. So after 5 tries, guys, we have a working card. And there it goes. Good news, it works. Okay. Thank you, Carrie. I know. Don't give up, guys. Don't ever give up. There's always ways to solve. I'm so glad you guys like the cards. They are a lot of fun. Oops, I'm trying to put this in here. They are a lot of fun to make. You have the version that will work. This is not working. That will work well. And so have fun making them. They're a lot of fun. It's super fun to make like little scenes. That would be amazing. I was thinking of that motorcycle for a male one. That would be super cool to make, right? So to have like just a little motorcycle on the front and then the big motorcycle popping up or something like that. Sounds super cool to me. You don't need to make the window at all. I just find that it's a great way to send the card and have a place to write in it instead of having to put something in the back. But yeah. Okay, guys. We made it. I am so very sorry it took all this long. I am so glad you like them, though. That is good news. Um, sorry, guys, it's 1:29. I'm sorry, 1:30. 1:30. Um, thank you, Nicole. That's so kind. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Nicole. I do have a lot of fun making this. I can't even like complain. It's so much fun. I do have to tell you, I am so glad that most of the time I'm able to find the dimensions or figure out the dimensions much sooner. That reminds me, there is a channel in YouTube called the Pop-Up Channel, and they don't make cards like the card, but they make the mechanisms. Trying to figure out where to find this, I did not, but I found that place, so it sounds super cool. I have to check it out in detail. Um, I did a lot of trying to figure out how to do this without me having to figure it out. I guess I knew that my oh, thank you, Judy. Thank you, Kiwi. I guess I I knew it was gonna take me some time. Like I understood, but I was not understanding. It was just ridiculous, guys. It's really ridiculous. Anyways, we figured it out. I am super happy that we figured it out. I cannot claim this. Thank you, Adrian. I saw this from somebody else. I did have to figure out the mechanism, but I cannot claim the card. Somebody else gave me the idea. I like to give credit to where it's due. I just don't know the name of the lady that I saw it from. So if somebody ever sees it, let me know. But again, that pop-up channel seems like one of those like the Trusty Patil. There's a few channels that really focus on more mechanisms and a whole lot less with the card, right? Super cool. I really like those. Okay, ladies, I am so sorry it took us this long. If you like the video, please like, and if you have not subscribed but you're interested in learning more about card making, please subscribe. Um, Also, if you would share the video, I have mentioned this lately, it helps me a lot because it's like that organic growth. And other than that, I have no words to thank you for being here with me, for hanging out all this hour and a half. And I hope that you learned something new today. I hope you make this card. It's not that complicated. Yes, Adrian, good news. And you have to show me your card. It's not complicated. It's a few scores and a couple cuts. That's what it is. And the rest is decorating, really. I mean, if you think about it. I will have the PDF tutorial uploaded probably tonight, most likely tomorrow in the morning. And finally, but not least, I will see you Friday to those of you that are going to hang out with me on the Paper Pumpkin Kit Alternative. Whew. Many blessings to you all. I hope this evening goes amazing. Thank you, Kiwi. And I hope the rest of your week goes smooth and cool. Many blessings to you all. Bye.